In this video, we're going to go over how patients are choosing dentists in 2026 before they ever call. So why does this matter? Why should you care? There are 800 million plus AI searches per week right now, and that is specifically on ChatGPT. That number is only going to increase. ChatGPT is replacing Google as we speak. Instead of going to Google, people are now going to ChatGPT and saying, who is the best dentist near me? They're always on their phone. They're using ChatGPT and other AI platforms for work. They're using it for emails, for data analysis. And so as they're constantly using this thing, they've built up one thing with this AI that people don't even realize, which is trust. And trust is key. It's very hard to get, but once you get it, it's very hard to break when it comes to AI. So when they have trust and believe in it for things relating to work, they start using it for other avenues. That's why people are booking their vacations with ChatGPT. They're ordering groceries with ChatGPT. They're going to it for everything. They're also going to it to find the best dentist near them. Now, Google gives you about 300 to 400 recommendations and lets the user pick, where ChatGPT gives 3 to 5 recommendations and says these are the best. Google gives you 400, there's 10 per page, there's about 30 pages when you look up dentist near me, whereas ChatGPT gives 3 to 5. So this is Google, you go to the site, then you book your appointment. ChatGPT, you say, who's the best dentist near me? It's going to give you the top rated dental offices near you. There's 5 of them listed here. There's the first one, there's the 5th one, and each of these are linked. So people in ChatGPT can click on them, go to the site, and book an appointment. Now, let's go into how patients actually decide on a dentist. Now, obviously, you know this, you've seen it from practice data, but when they're going to a dentist or need to, most people experience high anxiety before they get there and when they're there. So their mind is in a state of fear. They're not thinking logically about which dentist to choose. Do they know someone that's worked there? How do they pick the dentist? They're thinking out of fear for who is this safest choice? Who can I go to and feel like this guy right here, feeling like everything's good? That's what they're looking for when they go to AI. And when they go to Google, to be honest with you, they're just looking, who's the safest choice? Who can I trust the most that my anxiety will be reduced when I go to them? Now, their goal is to get from a state of anxiety to a state of trust. They trust this is the best solution. Now, AI is no different from humans in this regard, except AI takes it to another level, where humans have to see something that says, okay, my anxiety is here, I'm going to take it to trust, and now I trust them, my anxiety is non-existent. AI requires more proof that their anxiety is going to be reduced. So what does ChatGPT think when it's looking at dentists? Do they have any immediate red flags? Is there anything that sticks out the gate that says, I can't trust this person? How safe are they? Can I trust them? And based on that, there are 2 outcomes that will come out of it. You will either be recommended or you will not be recommended. There's no in between. You're either recommended or not. It's not like Google where you rank on page 15 if you're not on page 1. You just don't get recommended. And so it's going to score you on a basis of that. And you want to go to get a score of 80 and above in order to be ranking on ChatGPT. So you're probably wondering, well, you told me this. How do I rank? And that's what we're going to cover in the rest of this video. Now, real quick, to give you proof on why I know what I'm doing, how I know what this is, and how this works. I run Advera. So Advera is our company where we do this for businesses. There's 7 steps we're about to go over. You can find them all on advera.app. There'll be a link down below. So you can review them after this video. You don't have to take notes. Now, why are most businesses not recommended? And specifically, why are most dentists not recommended? They have inconsistent practice info. Now, what does this actually look like? It means on their website, they might have, let's just say, John's Dental. For example, we'll stick with John's Dental. So John's, and then we'll do dental, we'll shorten it to D. So John's D is on their website. But on their Apple and Google Maps, it has D and then it has John's D. Short for dentist, for John's Dental. A lot of medical professionals actually do this. They'll put RN, RNA. They'll put whatever their medical badge is in their Google or Apple Maps preference. But what you don't realize is these different names, unless you have one name These different names confuse AI. They think, are these separate businesses? Is this the same? Obviously, a human can tell. AI cannot tell. It's scanning every result. When you think of those 300 businesses Google pulls up and you can go through, AI is scanning through those at light speed. And so it's looking to see, is this a safe business to recommend? If you confuse it with your name, it's going to mark you off immediately. Now the other one is they have only Google reviews. We're going to break down why you need cross-platform reviews in a second. But some people only have Google reviews, or only have reviews on Facebook, or only on their website. And it looks like you bought those reviews. It can't trust that those were legitimate reviews versus you bought those reviews. Now there's no specialty clarity. It doesn't talk about what you specialize in. Now you might be thinking, well, I don't really specialize in anything. Anything you do is a specialty. You just have to phrase it that way. So you can be the most generic dentist on the planet, which I'm guessing you're not if you're watching this video, and you can just phrase what you do as a specialty. That's all that you got to do. Now some people have no proof. They don't have any case studies. They don't go over results they've gotten for people. And then outdated signals are they're not constantly posting. They're not posting on their Google business profile. They're not posting on Facebook to let people know they're up to date. Here's what they're doing. Here's some before and afters. So let's go over what makes AI feel safe recommending a dentist. Now there are 7 steps. Once again, they're on advera.app. So after this video, you can go there, you can see them, you can review them there with your team. But the first step is to perfect your Google business profile. Now this is the main step. If you get this wrong, you will not be recommended. When I say this, a lot of people come to me and we talk to them on a meeting and they say, oh yeah, Google business profile is perfect. And we ask them, so is every field filled out? They're like, no, I just didn't know I needed that. Every field they give you, even if it's optional, you got to fill it out. Now the thing that most people mess up on is they're posting on Facebook regularly, Instagram regularly, now TikTok regularly. But what they're not doing is posting on your Google business profile. You need 30 to 50 posts that are recent on your Google business profile. This shows AI not only are they a legitimate business, they're verified, they also are up to date. Now when I say they're verified, think of your Google business profile like your ID to get into a bar. You have to be 21 and up just to get in. If you're not, it doesn't matter if you try however many ways, it doesn't matter what your intentions were in the bar, you are not getting in. It's the same with your Google business profile. Now the second step is to build a cross-platform review strategy. What does this mean? Obviously 5-star reviews are great, but let's take 2 businesses here. Both of them have 200 reviews. So we have Business A and Business B. Now Business A has just Google reviews. So all their reviews are from Google. Both businesses have 5-star reviews for the sake of this example. Business B has 4 different sources for reviews. They have Google, they have Facebook, they have whatever other sites their business wants to have. They have 2 other sites. Because that means they have 50 reviews on each. Whereas this person has 200 on 1. So what does this tell AI? This tells AI, hey, it looks like they could have bought these, whereas these other 50, these are legit. These are real reviews from real people. It looks like you're gaming the system if you just have it on one platform. Now the other thing that's key to remember when it comes to getting reviews in general, let's see, that line's not straight, but you want to respond to your reviews. Now when I say that, wow, that looks terrible. When I say respond to your reviews, I don't just mean respond to the positive reviews. And more importantly, respond to the reviews that are 1 to 3 stars. And show that you're taking the effort to improve whatever is wrong. Because if you just reply to the 5-star reviews, it doesn't show any initiative that when something isn't met to the standard that hopefully you want to operate at. Everyone wants 5-star reviews. So you want to make sure if you get your occasional 1 to 3 star review, you're asking, hey, how can we make it better? Hey, we see that you did this. We want to offer you this discount next time, or this for free. And show that you're taking initiative to make that customer feel satisfied. Now, there are a few things that we do for our clients that help them only get 5-star reviews. And if you can only get 5-star reviews or 4-star reviews, that's great. So a simple thing to do is just have automations. So have a simple text automation that's sent out to everyone that comes to an appointment. An hour after their appointment, it sends them a text. And that text basically says, hey, how was your appointment? On a scale of 1 to 5, what would you rate the time today? And now basically it's an if statement. So the automation is saying, hey, if it's 1 to 3 that they give, say thank you. However, if they give a 4 to 5, what you're going to do is you're going to send a review request. So you're only going to get 4 to 5 star reviews because you still take their feedback if it's 1 to 3, but you don't want them leaving a bad review. So you only want to get the people who are going to leave 4 and 5 star reviews. So after they say 4 or 5, you send another message saying, hey, we appreciate you. We were curious if you could leave a review on our Google reviews or on our Facebook reviews, whatever platform you want to use, so that we can help more people like you in the community. Make it seem like that so you can help more people, which is the objective, which ultimately, when you're helping more people, you make more money. So let's move on to step 2. Lock your NAP. Now, what does NAP stand for? NAP stands for your name, your address, and your profile. When I say profile, that includes your phone number. So we also interchange it with name, address, and phone. But I've started saying profile because your email is included in that as well. And so when I say this, you're probably like, well, mine's good. It's the same. But what most people don't realize is it has to be character for character specific. So the easiest example I give people is, let's say you have a phone number and it's 919 and then a bunch of other stuff, right? This is your area code. Then let's say you have the number on your Google profile as 919 with parentheses around it. And this, let's just say it's your Facebook. Because they're different here, it doesn't see a consistent business. Just like when your name's different, if your phone number's different, it's the same thing. Now, this goes as specific, not just Google and Facebook, if it's on your website different, if it's in your email signatures differently, if it's on any log of your business, it can be any recommended site recommending your business. The name, address, and profile are not consistent. It will flag your business as, I don't know if they're legit. Now, how do you go around this? You need to audit your NAP. You need to go in with your team and you need to say, okay, here's our name, here's our address, here's our phone, and here's our email that we are going to use. Set this in stone. This is our standard NAP. And then throughout the next month, you need to go through and say, okay, here's what our name, address, and phone and email are in every place on the internet that it could be discovered. Initially, you're going to have your first ones, Google, Facebook. You're going to knock those out. Those are going to be the same. But it gets hard when you're looking for directories that you have to change. Or maybe you had a story published about you and the name's not the same. You got to reach back out to those people. That's where it can take a little bit of time. Now, step 4 is securing local media and digital PR. Now, key word here is local. You're not getting on CNN. You're not getting on Fox. You're looking to have your local media. Maybe they even have a newspaper, but you want to get it on their website. And you want them to write a story about you if you're the practice owner, if you are the dentist, a story on you works great, or on your office in general. Now you might be thinking, well, how do I get in contact with them? And then how do I get them to write something about me? I'm not that important. How you get in contact, you either form relations that you've had in the past with them, like our team, we have relations with publishers all around the US, or you just reach out to them. And the easiest way to reach out is to provide them a story. So if you think of a journalist right here for any of these organizations, they are looking for stories every week. They rely on stories. Now, if you can provide them a story and just say, hey, here it is on a silver platter, you could write this, I'm looking to help more people in the community, they'll likely publish it. And if they won't, go down the road to the next guy. And if you hit up 10 of them, you're going to get one published, and that's all you need to do. Now, why does securing local media and digital PR matter at all? Because one local media mention is equal to 50 5-star reviews. Why is this? For the same reason marketing is you saying you're great, a local media mention is someone else not inside your business saying you are great. So when AI sees this, it can recognize, hey, this reporter had to put their job on the line, that this is a legitimate thing to write a story about. So it gives you a lot of trust. Now, How can you write these stories? What do you write them on? The easiest example is around the holiday season. Now you can do this any time of the year. Holiday season just happened. It's a good example of, you're a dentist, people's teeth get dirty when they're eating candy, when they're eating a lot of sweets. So you can give a guide on how to not get cavities during the holiday season. Give it to a publisher. If it's around the holidays, they're going to be like, oh yeah, people would love this. They're going to push it out because people will read it. More views, more advertisements that they see while they're viewing. The publisher makes more money. You gain authority. You don't have a CTA in this story. Why? You are being seen as the educator. You gain authority, and so when people need to go to a dentist, they're going to go to you because you helped them out with this information. So moving on to step 5, inject AI readable schema. Now, when I say this, don't just click off the video because you think it's confusing. If you have a developer, tell your developer you need AI readable schema on your site. They will understand how to do it. If not, there's other resources you can go to have it done. What is it? It's basically breaking down every part of your website and saying, hey, here's our name. Our name is this. And remember, you need that name to be the same that you're using for everything else. Same with your website URL. Same with your target. Same with your offer. Same with your location. And you basically break it down. So that might even still be confusing. So I have an analogy. If I tell you to go get me a t-shirt from an attic, let's imagine there were 100 times more boxes in here. And none of them are labeled, and I say, hey, go grab me a t-shirt. You're going to be looking through every box. It's going to take you a long time to find me a t-shirt. But then let's say, look at this great graphic. T-shy. I couldn't fit a shirt on there. But let's say I go to this attic and I say, hey, go get me a t-shirt. You're going to see the box that has this terrible writing on the side and be like, oh, I think that stands for t-shirt. Let me open it. Oh, there's a t-shirt in there. And then you can bring it out very quickly and you win in this example. Now you have to think of this from AI's perspective. These are two websites that AI will encounter. This is website A, this is website B. And website A, let's hope this is your competitor, it would have to search for 5 minutes to find what it's looking for on your website. Whether it's your name, your URL, your offer, your locations. Whereas if you're business B and you outline everything for them, it can scan your site real fast and it can find the info it's looking for. So you want to make AI's life as easy as it can be, because just like a normal business, when you or I go to a business, we are looking for what's the easiest experience we find. That's why people come and work with Advera, because we do all of what I'm saying for the businesses. So it makes it very easy for them because they don't have to worry about it. So you want to make it as easy as you can for the AI to find you. Now the 6th step is flaunt your case studies and testimonials. Here's an example of a testimonial, but let me just break this down. The video is getting kind of long. We're going to explain this very simply. You do not want a great thank you as a review or a testimonial. You do not want, I came in, my teeth are now clean. That doesn't work. You don't want, the dentist was very friendly. That doesn't work. You want it to be very specific. Now, what do I mean by specific? You can probably imagine. You want it to have a few things. What was the person experiencing before they came in? How did they feel? What did they experience when they left? How has their life improved? And will they come back? When you cover those 5 things, let's just take an example if someone had severe dental anxiety. Hey, I had very severe dental anxiety. I had not been to the dentist in 2 years because I was scared of going to the dentist. I saw that they had a few good reviews for dental anxiety, so I decided to go. And when I went, my whole mind shifted around the dentist. XYZ dentist was super, super accommodating. They even had a therapy dog in office. And I now never fear going back to the dentist. My teeth are clean. I had inflamed gums, but they were able to help me get those reduced in a week. And I'm going to go back to them for everything. Now, not only does that make your business look great on your website, it also, if someone says, hey, I have dental anxiety, what's the best dentist to go to near me? Do you think they're going to pick the dentist that has case studies saying, hey, my teeth are white now, this was great? Or will they pick the one that has the dental anxiety whole case study typed up? They're going to pick the case study one. So you want to give specific stories that other people will encounter. Now, when doing this, you don't just want to have them in your Google reviews. you want to have them on your website, your main website page. Now let's say you have your name, you have what you do, maybe a cute little picture right here, and then you have your case studies listed. You can do a preview like the one above. This is why I did it. But you want them to be able to hit like a more button and have a whole page dedicated to it. So if this is your home page /home, you want all 3 of these case studies to have a separate page. So /1, then this would be /2. You get the idea. It'd be like /case study 1 or whatever you want to name it. But this allows AI to scan the whole page versus scanning your home page and finding part of the case study. It allows it to find it easier and validate you more, and it gives the AI more trust. Now the final step is to monitor and optimize and defend monthly. Now when I say defend, you might be wondering, well, what do I have to defend? Well, just like you want to rank number 1 now, because I've given you all the reasons of why you need to and it's essential to in the future, your competitors do as well. So let's say you start focusing on this and you notice the first 5 businesses in your area, you're not listed. Maybe you don't even come up. Maybe in AI's terms, you're number 20. Well, you should look at what number 1 is doing. So you should say, okay, they're getting 30 reviews a month. They're getting 1 case study. They're getting 1 local media mention. Okay, so now you know the numbers you have to beat. Maybe it's 35 reviews in a month. Maybe it's 2 case studies. The local media mention, don't worry about trying to get more of those in the beginning. Stick with just 1. Focus on that once you're already ranking. Now you know what you need to do in order to beat the guy at the number 1 spot and gaining AI's trust. Now let's reverse it. Let's say you are number 1 and your competitor, actually let's just say you're 3 because you'll have to work up there. And you're already getting your 30 reviews monthly. You're getting the same amount of case studies, the same amount of local media mentions. So they're obviously doing something that's getting them recommended as number 1. And here's a hint, you can't pay to be recommended on AI. It's probably then their schema. So this is why these steps are so important. It's not just because it seems cool to say, hey, there's 7 steps. You just reverse engineer whatever number 1 is doing and do it better for your business. They have 30 reviews and you have 30 reviews, their schema is probably better. Their case studies are better, or they're in more local media mentions. That's why I tell you, go to advera.app. Look at these steps. They're completely free. You don't have to enter any info to see them. But these are the 7 steps you need to have AI feel safe and trust your business. When it trusts you, it recommends you. When it recommends you, you make money, which is why you're watching this. So the compounding effect and why winners keep winning. AI recommends you every time. Patients pre-trust you going in. It sends stronger signals about your business. You overall get more reviews. Now you might be watching this. None of these 7 steps have to do with, hey, I'm some super technical person. I really care about AI now. You should be doing these 7 steps whether you want to rank on AI or not. These are just good habits to have as a business owner. And the key is to have this automated. So I told you we have this done for you offer with Advera where we do this for businesses. But we internally have automations that do a lot of this for them. Now the press releasing and the AI readable schema, we have to go in a lot and do that manually. But for most of the other things like the reviews, we have the review request automations I went over. Now what is the competitive moat I'm about to explain on why the winners keep winning? Let's say you now begin to rank and you rank number 1 in your area for your dental location. Let's say you have 1 location. Let's say you rank number 1 for that location. And your competitor tries to come in, they're not ranking at all. And so in month 1, let's say they're number 20 on the list. They're not even showing up. Let's say you're getting 50 reviews a month. Let's say you're getting 3 case studies and you're getting 1 local media mention. That means after 3 months, you will have 150 reviews. You will have 9 case studies and 3 local media mentions. And they've seen you're driving away from the competition. You're beating everyone in your area. What are you doing? And they realize you're ranking on AI. So now they say, hey, after 3 months of seeing this, I want to rank on AI. This means at the rate you're going, in your first or in their first month, they will have to get 200 plus reviews to even compete with you. Because remember, you have 150, and this would be month 4, so you'll have 50 more. They will also have to have 12 plus case studies to even equal out to what you're doing, and 4 local media mentions. Is it possible? Have we had scenarios where we do this for our clients? Yes. Can most people that don't have a team dedicated to ranking on AI do this? Absolutely not. And also remember, if they equal what you are doing, they don't have the pre-trust. So AI's already trusted you as the number 1 business. So if you begin ranking now, no one can really touch your business. They can get close. They can do exactly what you're doing, but you already have AI's trust, and AI trusts you before them. So this is why ranking now is so important and so key. Now, why do most practices not maintain this? Why can't they maintain it? And it's simply because they're busy. This is what their office looks like on a day-to-day. They have stuff going all around. And the thought of asking for all these reviews, reaching out to publishers, making sure their schema's right, seeing what the competitors are doing, it slips their mind. They say, oh, we'll do it later. Later never comes. So they also have staff turnover. They got to hire new people. They're going through interviews all the time. And then they have reactive marketing. What is reactive marketing? Hey, I'm not seeing results from this in the first month. Hey, I'm not seeing results from this in the 3rd month. I'm not going to do it anymore. Well, you definitely won't rank that way. And a lot of people we see, we have a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 12-month plan. And even people that just do the 3-month, we get them ranking number 1 and they stop working with us. Then the next month, they don't rank at all. Why is that? Because we tell them what they need to do, but they end up being busy. They have to hire new people, and it slips their mind and they stop doing it. They stop getting recommended. Because the key here is consistency. You have to be doing this every single month, or you will not continue to rank. So the reality of ranking becomes your new referral source. AI is going to send you a lot of people. It's going to make you a lot more money. Your trust is systematized. Once again, you need to have this whole process automated. Whether you want to rank on AI or not, this is a system you need in place for your business, no matter what. And then early adopters win. We went over the competitive moat a second ago. And late adopters compete on price. When you're getting all this business from AI, they have to still run ads. They have to try to beat you when it comes to ranking on AI. How do they do it? They're going to have to be the cheaper person. When they charge less, their margins are smaller. They won't be able to stay in business a long time. Now, final reason why you should think ranking is a good idea. If you're not convinced so far, first of all, I can't really help you from there. This is the last straw I have for helping you understand why ranking matters. Recently, Apple partnered with Gemini. Gemini is Google's AI. What does this mean? Siri on an iPhone, if you have an iPhone, like this right here, it has Siri on it. You ask it a question, it's pretty dumb, it's not great at responding to stuff. When Gemini's on it, it's going to have the same power as ChatGPT when you ask Siri something. People are going to use it all the time. They're going to use it for everything. And so now that Gemini's on it, let's say I say, hey, who's the best dentist near me? It's not going to give 300 results. It's going to do what it does now for Google. If you've searched on Google in the past few months, you've noticed it gives the AI summary. That's what it's going to give when Siri gives responses. It's going to give that summary. What is that summary? The top 3 to 5 businesses. So the only ones being recommended are going to be the ones that AI trusts. So that's why it's important to rank now more than ever. Now, once again, Advera.app is the website. This is our done-for-you offer. If you hear all this, you say, hey, it sounds great, but I don't have the time to do it. That's why we created Advera. So you can click this button right here, fill out this calendar link, hop on a call with us. We can see if we can help your practice start ranking. There'll be a link down below. But if not, implement these steps, and not only will your business reputation improve to humans, it will also improve to AI, and you will begin making a lot of money having AI send clients your way. So if you have any questions, comment down below. In the description of my page is social media, so you can send me a DM there if you have any questions. But I hope this was helpful. If you want a specific video on any of this, just comment down below what you want that to be.